couple of layers of this. Not only is this meme coin something that on paper is giving him money, it's also they're taking the Trump world, loosely involving his sons. They're taking a cut out of each transaction. So they're making money off of this. In a world in which Republicans are concerned about corruption, why is this okay?
Trump coin and Melania coin, both tied to the Trump family, promised wealth for all but delivered riches to a select few, with trading fees topping $300 million and the Trump's wealth soaring by $2.9 billion. Was this the biggest scam in U.S. history? Shady foreign deals, market-moving announcements, and dismantled regulations fuel suspicions of insider trading and fraud. As small investors face devastating losses, the question looms: how could a sitting president profit so massively while Main Street suffers? All this and so much more in today's video. Make sure to stick till the end. Let's get into it. On January 17, 2025, as America buzzed with the spectacle of Donald Trump's second inauguration, a new cryptocurrency called Trump Coin, branded as Trump, launched under the cover of a Friday night. By 3 a.m. Sunday, its market value had soared to over $70 billion, a meteoric rise that minted millionaires out of a small group of early investors. These buyers, possibly insiders or those tipped off, scooped up tokens at pennies, reaping massive profits. Over the next few weeks, nearly 800,000 smaller investors drawn by the Trump brand and promises of wealth poured in billions. But the dream quickly turned sour as the coin's value plummeted, leaving these retail investors with staggering losses. A parallel story unfolded with Melania coin, launched the same weekend, where 24 traders pocketed nearly $100 million, one netting $40 million in 24 hours after buying, in just 64 seconds before the public announcement. Since then, Melania coin has lost 96% of its value, wiping out the savings of countless small-time investors. These events, combined with a series of market-moving announcements, regulatory rollbacks, and foreign deals, have ignited a firestorm of accusations. Did Donald Trump orchestrate the biggest grift in U.S. history? The financial scope is jaw-dropping. Trump-affiliated entities have collected over $300 million in trading fees from Trump coin alone. The Trump family's net worth has surged by $2.9 billion since taking office, averaging $1 billion per month. World Liberty Financial, a Trump family-backed crypto venture launched in October 2024, has sold $550 million in Wolfie tokens, with 75% of net revenue flowing to a Trump family entity. A $2 billion deal with MGX, an Abu Dhabi-based firm using World Liberty's stablecoin USD1, has raised alarms about foreign influence, particularly due to ties with Binance, a crypto exchange previously fined for money laundering violations. These ventures, marketed as patriotic opportunities for Main Street to build wealth, have instead funneled enormous profits to a select few, while everyday investors bear the brunt of the losses. The launches of Trump coin and Melania coin bear troubling signs of market manipulation, potentially insider trading, which could fall under the SEC's definition of securities fraud. Trump coin's debut was strategically timed to ride the wave of inauguration hype, featuring a logo based on an image from Trump's July 2024 assassination attempt, a powerful emotional hook. Posts on X suggest that 80% of the coin's supply was held by insiders, with vesting rewards starting immediately, allowing early holders to cash out at peak prices. One user described it as the biggest grift in crypto meme coin history, a sentiment echoed across the platform. Melania coin followed a similar playbook, a rapid pump and dump that enriched a handful of traders while leaving retail investors, lured by the Trump name, with near-worthless tokens. These tactics are not uncommon in the volatile world of cryptocurrencies, but their scale, tied to a sitting president, sets a dangerous precedent. What makes this story particularly unsettling is the apparent dismantling of regulatory oversight. On April 8, 2025, Trump's Deputy Attorney General disbanded the DOJ's crypto fraud investigation arm, effectively shielding these ventures from federal scrutiny. The very next day, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent proclaimed it was Main Street's turn to get wealthy.
For the last 4 decades, basically since I began my career in Wall Street has grown wealthier than ever before, and it can continue to grow and do well. But for the next 4 years, the Trump agenda is focused on Main Street. It's Main Street's turn. It's Main Street's turn to hire workers. It's Main Street's turn to drive investment. And it's Main Street's turn to restore the American dream.
At 9:37 a.m., Trump posted on Truth Social, declaring it a great time to buy Trump Media. Between 1 p.m. and 1:10 p.m., a flood of bullish S&P 500 call options hit the market. At 1:18 p.m., Trump announced a 90-day pause on all tariffs, triggering a market surge of nearly 10%, one of the largest single-day gains in history. The market gained $4 trillion in value, and Trump Media, where Trump holds a 53% stake, closed up 23%, boosting his personal wealth by $415 million. The precise timing of these events, public statements, options trading, and a market-moving policy announcement, raises serious questions about insider trading with coordinated bets placed just before a seismic shift in the market. The Trump coin dinner stunt further fuels the grift narrative. On April 23rd, Trump announced that top holders of the Trump coin would win an exclusive dinner with him at Mar-a-Lago, a move that sent the coin's value soaring 60% overnight. 58 wallets made over $10 million each, totaling $1.1 billion in gains, while 764,000 smaller investors, many enticed by the promise of access to Trump, have lost money. This wasn't an isolated incident. World Liberty Financial's business practices are equally troubling. The venture reportedly pitched partnerships to crypto startups, demanding secret multi-million-dollar payments for Trump's endorsement, a practice several firms rejected as unethical. Despite these red flags, World Liberty raised $550 million, with the Trumps holding a 60% stake and claiming 75% of revenues, a structure that heavily favors the family over other investors. Foreign involvement adds a darker dimension to the story. Top Trump coin buyers used exchanges that prohibit U.S. users, suggesting that Russian, Chinese, or other foreign entities could be purchasing influence anonymously. A $75 million World Liberty investor, Justin Sun, saw a federal probe against him paused, alongside a dozen other crypto investigations under Trump's administration. At a Dubai crypto conference, Eric Trump and Zach Witkoff, son of Trump's Middle East envoy, announced the MGX deal alongside Binance's founder, Changpeng Zhao, a major shareholder with a vested interest in reduced U.S. oversight. These connections raise concerns about whether these deals prioritize foreign interests over American security, especially given Binance's history of regulatory violations. Public reaction on X is one of outrage and betrayal. Users have branded the Trump coin a scam and embarrassing, accusing insiders of sniping the token supply at launch and manipulating prices to their advantage. Posts allege that the coin's team crashed the market to stock up on tokens before pumping the price with news, such as a proposed U.S. crypto reserve. Ethics experts are equally alarmed, noting that no modern president has profited off public office to this extent. Unlike his predecessors, Trump did not divest his assets or place them in a blind trust. Instead, he used his platform to promote ventures that directly enrich his family. Senate Democrats have introduced the End Crypto Corruption Act to ban public officials from endorsing crypto assets, but with a Republican-controlled Congress, its passage seems unlikely. The scale of this alleged graft surpasses historical presidential scandals. The Teapot Dome affair involved corrupt oil leases. Watergate centered on political espionage. But here, a sitting president is accused of leveraging his authority to drive a crypto empire that has netted billions for himself, his family, and a select group of insiders, while small investors face devastating losses. The evidence, suspicious market spikes, dismantled regulations, insider profits, and questionable foreign deals, paints a picture of corruption on an unprecedented level. Trump's team has denied any wrongdoing, insisting these are legitimate business ventures. Trump himself claimed he doesn't know much about the Trump coin, but heard it was very successful.
Discuss it, yeah.
Do you intend to continue selling products that benefit yourself personally while you're president?
Well, I don't know if it benefited. I don't know where it is. I don't know much about it other than I launched it. I heard it was very successful. I haven't checked it. Where is it today?
You made a lot of money, sir.
How much?
Several $billion, it seems like, in the last several days.
Yet the patterns tell a different story, a presidency intertwined with personal profit, where policy announcements and public statements seem tailored to boost the family's financial empire. This saga raises profound questions about trust, integrity, and the sanctity of the presidency. If a president can amass billions while everyday Americans lose their savings, what does that say about the fairness of our system? The promise of Main Street wealth has proven to be a mirage, with the Trump family and their allies reaping the rewards. As federal investigations stall and foreign influence looms, the question remains, is this the biggest grift in U.S. history? The answer hinges on whether accountability can prevail in a system where power and profit appear so closely entwined. For now, the losses of 800,000 small investors stand as a stark reminder of the risks when hype outpaces oversight and a president's name becomes a currency of its own. Tell us what you think in the comment section below. If you liked our video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss any future updates. See you in the next video.